Welcome back to the warm-up with John Ben. Continuing our season outlook, we have the Boston Celtics, a team that will be without Jayson Tatum for at least the first two-thirds of the season. But before we get into it, please like, comment, subscribe on the video. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss an episode of the warm-up. Please follow our new social media followings on Instagram and Twitter as well. And then we also have our podcast posted on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts as well. So, yeah, let's get into it. The Boston Celtics, a team, like I said, at the top will be without Jayson Tatum, who's a top 6 player. A team that owns their first round draft pick this year, which I think is important to know. This will be a year where we get to see what Missoula's infrastructure is, see if the dribble drive three hunting still works, and a team that does not have a center. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Okay. So I'm just going to be real. This team is going to struggle this year. I think Boston fans know that. But, their roster has completely turned over. Obviously, we mentioned Jayson Tatum. He will not play. Jaylen Brown and Derek White are your two big guys. Anthony Simons came in from Portland. Seth Hauser, who's been off the bench, good three-point shooter. Peyton Pritchard, sixth man of the year, good three-point shooter. And then past that, it gets really murky for this team. So, obviously you had to dump off a lot of your roster because of cap room. That was a pretty hard thing to watch them go through. They're having to give up Holiday and Porzingis. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to pay the consequences for that at the start. When I look at this roster, it's Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Simons, and from there, it gets really murky. So that's my first initial assessment.
No, yeah, I'm totally with you. I think this is a team. I think they need to figure out what they want because, like I said at the top, they do own their pick. So if they really wanted to get like a top 10 pick, kind of like what the Mavs did a couple years ago and got Derek Lively, I think that would really benefit a team that had to get off Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis for salary concerns. So if you get a cost-controlled rookie, that could go a long way because Tatum is still young. Jaylen Brown is still so young. So they're still in this win now window. But I feel like Missoula ain't going to go for it. I'm interested to see Jaylen Brown. This is, are you still a top 20, 25 player? He won finals MVP just 2 years ago. He got the super max, was the highest paid player at the time. And then a player like Anthony Simons, they give up Drew Holiday. He's an unrestricted free agent going into next year. He kind of feels like trade bait for me a little bit, but I'm interested to see what he does. And then Sam Hauser and Peyton Pritchard, two guys that could shoot the piss out the ball, and I love, love, love them in this offense, especially Peyton Pritchard, who's going to start this year. I think that's going to be huge for him. I think there's going to be games where him and Anthony Simons probably go for 25, 30 combined. And then you still have Derek White, who's a prolific 3-and-D player. I would even say he's an all-star-ish level, like luxury player. Like he's a little bit better than an all-star, but he's not a little bit better than a role player, but not an all-star player. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this team does.
Yeah, I think, it would be beneficial for them to miss the play-in and be one of those bottom teams. I don't necessarily think they will, though. I think they're playing material. Just look at their roster because, those top guys can play, and Simons and Pritchard have a lot of upside. So, I think they'll sneak into the play-in and do that. They'll get a decently high draft pick and be able to build. As far as like when Tatum comes back and beyond this year, the future, I'm just kind of still trying to put together in my head what this is going to look like for them. Obviously, you got a lot off the books, but you don't have anything on the team right now. So my question is, what do you do to make this team a contender again? Because when Tatum comes back, this team is still not a contender. Right. So what are they going to do to fill out this roster? Because they truly did go all in on a 1-year, championship. And unfortunately, health got in the way last year. And they knew this was coming. It was an inevitable thing. So, what comes next is my thing. But where do you think they finish in the West, Joe?
I think they finish. I would give them a puncher's chance. I put them in the play-in for sure.
Yeah.
I just knowing Missoula, I believe in a way their kind of philosophy of just dribble drive 3-3-3s. I think they could potentially be an A seed.
Okay.
That being said, I really don't want to see Tatum play this year. I know he came out and
Yeah,
publicly
neither
said
do
he
I.
wants to play, but the best person we've ever seen come back from Achilles injury was Kevin Durant. He
Hmm.
came back, but he got injured and then took the whole next season off as well, if you remember. I want him to do the same. I don't want him playing at all. I don't need him to mess around and be in the playoffs for an extended period of time. I just need him to take the entire year off and then go from there. I think that'd be the best thing for Boston, and I think that'd be the best thing for Tatum as well.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it's a tough situation. You're right. You know, you don't want Tatum to rush this back. I know he wants to play. I know he wants to get back out there, but it is wise that they hold him out because I don't think with this roster there's anything to play for. So,
Right.
yeah, this is one of those things where, Brad Stevens has made these deals. The franchise has gone in this direction, and you have to stick with that, and you have to pay the consequences this year.
Yeah.
It's all about what you do after that. It's all about, when Tatum comes back healthy, what does this look like? What can we bring in to complement this roster? How
Mm-hmm.
can we maximize Brown and Tatum for as long as we can? They do
Right.
have the decision too. It's like if you want to blow this up further and really reshape the roster, you can make a couple more deals here. I mean, like Derek White is sought out after.
Mm-hmm.
Jaylen Brown is sought out after. It sounds
Yeah.
crazy, but it's like, if you want to truly go, hey, let's build around Jayson Tatum, you can
Right.
do that if you want. I don't recommend that. I think they should keep Brown and Tatum together. They've won a
Yeah.
championship. They've been to 2 finals.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing what you're doing. But a lot of possibilities to consider for Boston.
Yeah. Just to add on to that, like, yeah, you could trade Jaylen Brown away, but the pieces you might get back might not be ready for another 2 or 3 years, right? But I think the haul you could get for a Derek White or Jaylen Brown could be insane. Like I know it's
Agreed.
rumored over the
Yeah,
summer,
agreed.
like Rockets might entertain giving up Amen Thompson for Jaylen Brown. Like
Hmm.
imagine having Amen and Tatum in the
Don't do that.
backcourt, like with Derek White. That's pretty interesting to me. But yeah, like I think this team just needs to stay the course. Don't go away from who you are. Set that foundation. So when Tatum is back, this team is just ready, and then you add around the edges come next season.
Yeah, agreed. I don't think I have anything else to add on that.
Cool. Well, this one was quick. The Boston Celtics. Let us know your thoughts on whether you think the Celtics will land in the East. If you think Jayson Tatum should play or not. But like the videos, turn on the notification bell, subscribe. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. See ya and stay safe.